Stocks are looking to ride on the momentum of last week's uptrend as the main index attempts to break past the 7,000 wall anew. But 2Trade Asia said the market needs a stronger catalyst to go past the 7,000 mark again. The immediate support is at 6,800 level, with resistance at 7,000 to 7,100, they added. RCBC said that for this week, investors would continue to monitor developments related to the COVID-19 lockdowns to give more light in further reopening of the economy. And investors will monitor COVID-19 cases across the globe in view of the more contagious Delta and Lambda variants. Local airlines still struggling. Cebu Pacific VP said local airline industry has been hit hard by the pandemic and we're not yet out of the woods. As of the moment, Cebu Pacific has concluded 3 major fundraising transactions totaling 40.5 billion pesos to address the COVID disruptions and prepare for recovery, and these came from government financial institutions and private sector commercial banks loans, convertible preferred shares rights issuance, and convertible bonds issue subscribed by the International Finance Corporation. And the airline nonetheless is continuously improving its operational efficiencies as well as safety measures in a bid to boost travel demand and give its guests peace of mind when they travel. Property prices continue to drop. BSP said the prices of condominium units fell for the 4th straight quarter due mainly to the lackluster demand for condominium units in the NCR. This pulled down the residential real estate price index for the 2nd straight quarter, declining by 9.4% in the 2nd quarter from a year ago. As more families return to the provinces as the country continues to struggle to contain the pandemic, property prices in NCR fell by 18.3%, marking 4 consecutive quarters of decline since the 3rd quarter of last year. GCASH disbursed 15 billion pesos in loans as of end June through its in-house lending service called GCREDIT. GCREDIT was launched in March 2018 and has gained popularity during the pandemic, with users extending their budgets for their groceries and payments for their utility bills. It's like a pre-approved credit card to make QR and online purchases as well as bill payments without traditional documentation requirements. GCash is also piloting G-Loan, which allows qualified users to borrow as much as 25,000 pesos with repayment spread over 12 months. And credit is only part of the array of financial services GCash offers in the country, which also includes savings, insurance, loans, and investments. Globe offices facilities shifting to clean energy. Globe Telecom Incorporated has grown the number of corporate offices and key facilities using clean energy to 13 in Metro Manila, Luzon, and Visayas as part of its journey toward decarbonizing its operations and helping address climate change. By purchasing renewable energy from RES or retail electricity suppliers, Globe aims to encourage more investments towards clean energy in support of the Philippines' commitment to the Paris Agreement through NDC to reduce carbon emissions by 75% in 2030. And Globe is also the first and only Philippine company listed in the Science Based Target Initiative, committing to set science-based emissions reduction targets that are consistent with keeping global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. AC Energy says building Philippines' first hybrid solar storage plant. ACEN said that it would power the country's first hybrid solar and storage plant in the Philippines. The company has a 40 megawatts battery storage project in its Alaminos solar plant compound, and that will be effectively the first hybrid solar and storage plant in the Philippines, according to its CEO. And for our world market update, European stocks set to rally as investors digest German election results. Evergrande stocks in Hong Kong slide as investors monitor situation. Asia shares rise. And Dow futures jump more than 100 points after market ends, wild week in the green. Welcome back to QRepubliC. Today is September 27th, 2021 Monday. And for our PSEi today, we closed at 6,956.26 with foreign selling around 620 million pesos. So red flag po natin yan as we don't have support from our foreign investors at nagkakaroon po tayo ng selling pressure since nadadagdagan po yung ating selling volume dito sa ating net foreign indicator. As of the moment, chart-wise, we're still creating higher lows and trading above moving average 9. So momentum is there. Hindi nga lang po siya ganun ka-strong as we are just forming doji candlesticks. Pero overall, it's still a good sign as we have attempted today to reach our previous high near 7,000 level. Kumbaga hindi tayo nagfo-form ng lower high at tinatapatan po natin yung ating previous high. Sabi ng analyst natin kanina, kailangan natin ng maganda-gandang catalyst para tuluyan nating ma-breakout yung ating 7,000 level kasi sa ngayon more on COVID-19 cases and granular lockdown lang yung meron tayo. Pero maaari din naman maging good catalyst yan if puro pagbaba ng cases yung ating marireceive na report and also mag-level up yung ating granular lockdown from level 4 at ipatupad na rin po yung granular lockdown sa iba't iba pang area ng country, hindi lang po sa ating NCR. So sabi natin last time, buying of shares as of this time is good, basta wag lang bara-bara. Kumbaga alam natin yung deep para alam natin how much buying power are we going to allocate on the stocks na gusto po nating pasukin. And avoid po muna natin yung mga stocks na merong downtrend or weak momentum, especially if you are a short-term trader kasi most likely may ipit lang po tayo sa kanya, especially if wala tayong trading or investing plan. So let us continue to monitor our market, be wiser than we are yesterday, and continue to invest for our future. ACEN Energy created another all-time high with continuous support from our foreign investors and buying po tayo today ng around 58 million pesos. Thus, we can see a consistent support coming from our foreign investors. Last Thursday, we speculated na baka mag-pullback muna tayo on Friday kasi hindi pa nakahinga yung market at meron na tayong 3 trading days na puro bullish candlesticks yung ginagawa natin and very prone po siya for profit taking for our short-term holders or traders. However, given the fact na it is really prone for profit taking after ng 3 araw na nga niyang pagtaas at nataon pang Friday, pero the support of the market, especially ng ating mga foreigns, continued at na-breakout pa po natin yung ating uptrend channel at resistance at 11 peso area. So napakaganda po talaga ng support ng market kay ACEN Energy as of the moment. Sa ngayon, measuring our move on this 5 bullish candlesticks, meron na po tayong total na 19.71% gain. Kung i-analyze natin sa ngayon is very prone na po talaga siya for profit taking. So by tomorrow, we are anticipating a red or pullback dito kay ACEN Energy. Pero if our average is 11 peso below, you may continue to hold kasi so far 11 peso area yung ating nakikitang support as of the moment. And sa mga bibilin pa lang po ng shares, pag nag-pullback po tayo tomorrow, you may do your test buy and ensure that you understand yung possible low natin at 11 peso area. Kasi sa ngayon, nasa resistance tayo or malayo tayo sa 11 peso area. So, yan yung risk na kailangan natin maintindihan if bibili tayo ng shares dito kay ACEN Energy as of the moment. And iyan din yung ating i-monitor na wag ma-breakdown itong ating 11 peso area para mag-continuous lang po yung kanyang momentum. For Monde, like ACEN Energy, we are on all-time high and we are on selling today sa ating net foreign indicator around 35 million pesos. Though it's a red flag, we're glad na nabawasan yung kanyang selling pressure from last week. So from around 100 million selling, naging 35 million na lang po yung ating selling today. More on hold pa rin po tayo kay Monde as we still have a very good momentum and high volume. And sa mga bibili pa lang po ng shares, more on test buy pa din tayo as we are just going to build our average plus nasa may mataas na area tayo. So yung downfall natin or yung possible low is at 18.60 area, and yan po yung kailangan natin i-consider if ever man bibili tayo ng shares kay Monde on its current range. For Globe, mas nanghina pa po yung ating momentum today as we broke down our moving average 9 and panay lower highs yung ating makita currently. Our investors are on consistent selling din based po dito sa ating net foreign indicator, pero the good thing is that hindi naman ganun ka-massive yung ating selling. Although more on red flags yung ating na-observe, our uptrend channel remains strong and yung volume natin is on average low lang, so hindi naman ganun kalakas yung ating selling pressure. Pero syempre, if you are more into trading rather than investing, you have to watch out sa ating current support na 2,920 area, kasi pag na-breakdown pa natin yan, ibig sabihin humihina na yung ating momentum o mas lumalakas yung ating selling pressure pag ma-breakdown natin tong uptrend channel. So more likely, pag nangyari yon, bababa pa tayo sa ating next low na 2,661 area kasi mahina na nga po yung ating momentum. So you may want to take your gain if by any chance. Good to test buy din po yung ating area as of the moment sa mga gustong bumili or mag-invest kay Globe. For GMA, we are on all-time high as well like ACEN GMA and Monde, and we have a very good momentum and very high volume today. And we broke out our sideways or resistance na 14.49 area. So as of the moment, we are looking into more positive approach, which is an uptrend channel. So nakakita na po tayo ngayon ng ating mga higher lows and pwede po natin siya i-consider na meron tayong uptrend channel. So more on hold po tayo dito kay GMA. Kahit pa for example pullback tayo sa kanya tomorrow, and we can actually take that chance to add some shares, especially if nakapag-accumulate tayo on its low price. And buying of shares for those na papasok pa lang kay GMA is also possible, but be aware that our possible low is at 14.49 area. So test buy pa rin po is the good option if magsisimula pa lang tayo, then add na lang po tayo ng shares kapag naging comfortable na tayo sa kanyang current flow. For Robinson's Retail Holdings, we actually regained our momentum until today kung saan na-block tayo at moving average 50, which activates itong ating downtrend channel na merong resistance at moving average 50. As of the moment, though our support at 49 peso area is still intact, we have to be cautious in getting shares on that area kasi may possible downtrend na rin tayong nakikita. For the meantime, it will be more safer to be on the side muna, especially if you are a short-term trader type. And best area, if ever ma-breakdown natin yung ating 49 pesos, is at 44 pesos. So dyan po magandang bumili. Pero if you are an investor type, per our last review, our current range is good to risk kasi if titingnan natin siya sa ating monthly time frame, intra-months lang natin tinouch yung 44 pesos at bumalik agad tayo at 49 peso area. And overall picture, we are on the record low. So more on patience lang po yung kailangan dito kay RRHI in case man gusto po nating mag-invest or bumili on its current level. For PSEi, based sa performance po natin today, mahina pa rin yung ating momentum as we failed to break out our moving average 20 and na-breakdown din natin yung ating moving average 9. Thus, we can observe a weak momentum and volume-wise, low pa rin po yung ating makita. So, kulang po tayo sa support from the market to push the price up. Very bearish din po yung candlestick na ginawa ng ating market today. So unfortunately, hindi pa ganun ka-strong yung ating 1 peso area and there is a chance na ma-breakdown natin siya very soon. And as early as now, we have to acknowledge as well yung presence ng ating downtrend channel. So therefore, itong ating 0.90 na strong support as early as now din is makita natin na medyo nasa critical kasi if our momentum fail to recover, there's a good chance na ma-breakdown natin yan kasi meron na nga rin po tayong downtrend channel na nakikita. So if ever, more on observation po muna tayo dito kay PSEi prior buying of shares. For LTG, today we can already see a clear view of our strong resistance at 10 peso area. So nung pagka-breakout pa lang po natin sa ating downtrend channel last time, nung nire-review po natin siya, we already gave warning about 10 peso area for being a possible strong resistance. So kumbaga parang yung bounce play lang. Kasi we just came from a downtrend and very weak momentum, so it needs time to consolidate muna to accumulate its strength. So more on profit taking po yung pwede natin gawin on our current range, and iwasan po muna natin bumili ng shares as our selling pressure is high, based na rin po dito sa ating high volume today na more into selling. For Converge, like ACEN GMA Monde and GMA, we are also on all-time high with a flat record dito sa ating net foreign indicator. Though hindi ganun kataas yung ating support, ang maganda naman po is wala tayong selling pressure dito sa ating net foreign indicator. Our uptrend channel is still intact, very good momentum then as we are seeing the alignment of the stars. So more on hold pa rin po tayo kay Converge. Buying or test buy is also an option, and just keep in mind that our possible low is at 33.67 area. So yan po yung risk na kailangan natin bigyan ng weight if ever we decide to buy shares on its current range. For Cebu Air, we learned sa news natin na they are still experiencing difficulty. As of the moment, yung loans nila is kabilaan din to ensure their business. So as of the moment, we are still on a weak momentum and high volume na more into selling. Thus, malakas po yung ating selling pressure. So, yan din po yung reason kung bakit pababa po yung price ni Cebu Air as of the moment. At this time, more on observation po muna tayo kay Cebu Air. So, nagbabawi pa lang po sila sa kanilang business and more likely, bumaba pa yung ating price. So, very soon, mayroon po malaking chance na ma-breakdown natin itong ating 37.50 area. So, pwede po tayong mag-abang on the next low at 34 peso area. Pero we have to be ready in case man gusto natin bumili ng shares dito kay Cebu Air kasi magiging matamlay yung kanyang takbo. Hence, medyo matutulog po yung ating pera sa kanya in case man po we decided to invest or buy ng shares. For Mega World, we are still on weak momentum and low volume. And as for today, mataas po yung ating volume na more into selling. So malakas po yung selling pressure on our current area. We can still see two trends. Yung na-identify na rin po natin last time. One is a sideways and one is downtrend, which was just activated recently when we had formed our lower high at 3 peso area. So we are still on the watch dito sa ating 2.70 area na support, pero we are actually leaning towards downtrend natin kasi tuluyan nang nanghina yung ating momentum, and kanina sa news natin talagang sobrang affected ang ating mga property sectors. So yun po yung isa sa mga dahilan kung bakit bumababa yung price natin kay Mega World as of the moment. But if you are an investor type, hindi ka dapat ma-disappoint as this is actually a good opportunity for you to accumulate shares. Yun nga lang talagang matatagalan yung galaw niya as of the moment because of its weak momentum. So if ever, each level pwede kang mag-accumulate ng shares. Dito sa ating mga key support halimbawa sa 2.70, 2.50, or 2.30 area. So depending po sa ating trading or investing plan, para in the future is mas maging profitable tayo or nandun na po tayo sa magandang position. For MRC, we are being blocked today sa ating moving average 9 and apparently, it shows na mahina pa rin yung ating momentum. Dala na rin po ng poor support natin from the market as our volume is very low. So, na-breakdown na po natin itong ating uptrend channel na binabantayan natin before. And although nagsusupport yung ating 0.28 level, might as well mag-observe po muna tayo and iwasan muna natin bumili sa current area niya. Though wala masyadong selling pressure sa ngayon kasi mababa lang yung ating volume, our moving average 9 indicator is going down. And kapag hindi pa rin po makabawi yung ating momentum, patuloy pong bababa itong ating moving average line, so with our price. So we are looking on a possibility na mag-retest tayo at 0.27 area, yung low po natin last time, within the month of October. Then we would need to re-evaluate MRC if yung 0.27 area is already strong to accumulate more shares or magbe-breakdown pa tayo further. So yan po yung ating babantayan kay MRC. And that's it for today. Kung nagustuhan niyo po itong video na ito, please don't forget to like it and share it as well para mapagbigay insights din po tayo sa iba. And also, kung meron po kayong additional information or thoughts dito sa review na to, comment nyo lang po yan para makatulong din po or makapagbigay information din po tayo sa iba. At sa inyo po na gustong magpa-review ng kanilang mga stocks, comment nyo lang din po yan para maisama po natin sa ating next session. And sa mga bago po nanonood ng video na ito, don't forget to subscribe para lagi po kayo maging updated sa mga bagong videos na nilalabas po natin. Maraming salamat po. I'll see you soon. QRepubliC.